Welcome to Chessington World of Adventures as we start our update for the changes for 2025. And we start here with Vampire, which has had some changes, even from the simple garlic here to other bits you'll see around the corner, making the queue line look more interactive than it's been in a long time. Now we'll take you around the park, we'll show you the 2026 and 2027 lands, as well as some of the other changes. If you want to see sort of full changes, because there's a lot of work that's gone into Tomb Blaster and Zufari, you'll be able to see those on separate videos. And if you want to see our day out here, that'll also be on the channel. It's great to see some of the graves return. These used to be, of course, up the top then there, and they give great nods to Dennis and Professor Burp. But of course this area has undergone a complete refresh with some new scenes as you come through, including the brick down the back, which I have to say is simple yet really, really effective over the quite horrid wood we had beforehand. This is brilliant, this is just lovely. Hopefully it wears okay in the weather. But I love the fake brick, and actually more of that potentially down this side would be a welcome change. As you come around here, you will also see the tomb and some more of the graves as well. Very, very, some lovely attention to detail, some absolutely lovely attention to detail. Not queuing around there today because it's not a particularly busy day here at the park. But there is one more special detail. Look at that, the old Transylvania sign that used to hang above where Wild Woods is. It's fantastic to see that again. And you can see it was made of polystyrene all those years as well. Captain's Fish and Chips, it's not open today, but will open very shortly. It has had its new resin and fencing put up. We'll now be serving alcohol. But more importantly, it's got some lovely outdoor seating that won't be taken up by people with picnics, hopefully. And all the resin has gone down here. I quite like the resin. I know there's hit and miss on the resin, but I quite like the resin, to be honest with you. I think it just looks so much better around here than what it did. Now we did notice that there's no poles on this year, and as you'll see, they are clearly not coming back, which is a bit of a shame actually, because it was a nice aesthetic. But still, ride's better than ever. Here is the new land coming for 2026. It's going to span right across here. All these buildings will be gone. There will be no buildings here as it goes round to the other side. Now it is early days. Apart from the deconstruction of Scorpion Express, there is really nothing else to sort of show you here at the moment. Not a massive amount to see at the moment. We know Scorpion Express is gone. We can see from the top of Croc Drop that it's completely gone. There's nothing left of it. It's all rubble down there. Tiny Truckers has reopened for 2025 with 5 cars, which is great news. It only had 4 last year. Still want to see the 6th one, sorry, back on, but it's great to see the 5th one. As we loop round, construction continues around Croc Drop. And that's because the queue line for the new coaster will actually be located in this area, which was back in the day home to rodeo. It's had flying jumbos in there, and of course recently it has been, well, just a picnic area and the pumpkin patch. Something is coming at Chessington in 2027. We're going to head on to Tiger Rock shortly and have a quick look over into Wild Asia, see if we can see anything from in there before showing you some of the changes to Tiger Rock, because there's quite a few down by the first drop. So Cobra is still very much there, as to Temple of Mayhem, and you can see behind Tiger Rock now. This has been sort of a derelict area. We actually have storage. I wouldn't mind betting they hold boats during the closed season. As we sort of look over here, there's definitely some things going on, some clearing. We'll see if we can see anything else from on the ride. We're going to show you here on Tiger Rock very shortly, but as you can see over from in Wild Asia, all the rides are still in situ at the moment. It was misreported that Monkey Swinger has left the park. That is not true. Monkey Swinger is in its collapsed state at the back of the park, which it would be during closed season anyway, and obviously they are travelling rides, so it's in a kind of travelling state. Its future is unknown, but it is still at the park. Although some clearing seems to be happening over there, there's not a lot else to report, and I wouldn't expect a lot else to report for a while yet. Quite frankly, when we see Cobra go, that's when work's going to start on it. Now then, on to Tiger Rock. They have been securing the future of this ride over the last few years. Now, it is worth noting, we can't get a close-up because of the way, well, quite frankly, because of the way the ride is, but it does have all new anti-rollbacks for this year. They're a completely different design to what they've had previously. That's on Lift Hill 1 and on Lift Hill 2. And then everything else has happened at Lift Hill 1. Now, you will notice straight away here that the rock work has gone. I've heard lots of things saying, oh my God, you drop into a shipping container. I just want to point out, these aren't new. These aren't new at all. These have been here all along. This is what has been underneath the rock work all this time. And as you can see from the trough, a lot of groundwork has needed to be done underneath the ride. And you can see that right the way across here as you go along from where the rock work's removed. Now the park have kind of made a little bit of an entrance for it, as you can see there, for you to go in, but lots and lots of new bits. Now it is worth noting, everything inside the tunnel is exactly as it was. As we said, it's not a new tunnel. Everyone's like they've replaced it with a shipping container. It's not the case. It's exactly the same tunnel with the rock work removed. Now you have to remember the rock work was removed from the rest of the ride quite a long time ago because it had become, quite frankly, dangerous and degradable over a period of time. And I'm a bit surprised, to be honest, when the Dragon went, that they didn't remove that then. And I'm probably sure they wish they did, to be honest with you. Even the smoke is now working inside the tunnel, so they have fixed all the effects, the lighting, the sound and the smoke inside the tunnel. So Tiger Rock is here to stay. In what form? We don't know, but there are some changes for 2025. Still looking really good in here. We've definitely got some new sounds as well. We just heard an announcement that I definitely haven't heard before.
What if he escapes it all? None of us would be safe.
That's new. And as we come off Tomb Blaster, we can see we've got a little bit more theming going on as well in here. The zoo area here used to have the Coatis, which came right down here, and they could actually go over the top of the track. However, this has been completely changed, as we now, I would guess, seem to have a maintenance building here for river rafts. And you can see the all-new fencing. Although they have put the stencils on it, does really stand out. And you can see now that this cuts short here. Now the Coatis have been, well, they've been missing for a bit in here. They are still at the park, oddly enough. It was great when they used to roam above you and come down here, but now instead we have a new building, and this area just, yeah, it's just sort of, I guess, just sort of open, to be honest with you. We will check the other signage. Now it is actually quite good that they have removed the Wild Asia sign from here, which is great. However, we are still advertising Scorpion Express, the Hub and the vegan street dogs, which in fairness, actually, I mean, they haven't been there years, in fairness, down in Mexicana. So we're halfway there. It is still a bit of a shame that Frazzle is still hibernating for 2025. No return of Frazzle quite yet. You'll see some of the new branding for Zufari for this year, as it has a wonderful new sign over the top, which you'll see shortly. But all the fencing down here has been replaced, as this is the only entrance at the moment in and out of Zufari. We do expect the bridge to reopen, but at the moment this is the only way up. It's been a long walk. Here's the other side of Zufari, and indeed the bridge, which we expect to open very, very soon. They do seem to be kind of final testing this, and I think this will be open probably, I would say, for the weekend potentially. Welcome down to Zufari. We have a brand new sign, brand new board, everything for this year. As you can see, what was the walkthrough area, which was the entrance, is now not the entrance. This has been completely sort of cleared out, and you can still go and have a look at the Rhino lookout. Welcome to Zufari. This is much, much better. So the old green screen which is here. Ooh, feel really special now walking along here. It's a shame, but of course we don't have Wild Asia for this year. Nothing has changed in the area yet. It just literally hasn't been maintained over the closed season. All the rides are still in situ. It's kind of unknown, to be honest, whether they went any kind of maintenance. I wouldn't think they did, because we know the Jungle Bus will be going back for refurbishment for the new area for 2026, and obviously we know that Cobra will be doing the same for this area in 2027. With the Dodgems and the Monkey Swinger still up in the air, we do know that Temple of Mayhem will not be returning in any way, shape or form. So yeah, Wild Asia closed, as we saw from around the other side. Something coming in 2027. We end our update down here at Animal Antics, which does continue for 2025 with shows, and we've got some new bark, and it smells very barky around here, shall we say. Yeah, a lot going on at Chessington World of Adventures, a lot going on for our opening day update. Now, if you want more on Tomb Blaster and Zufari, they will be separately, and you'll be able to see a POV of them as well as our thoughts and review at the end of that. But of course, 2026 is the next big stop for the park, happening just over the back there, and there's a lot of digging already going on.